My research is focused on how housing and education go hand in hand and how local methods of socioeconomic integration impact student education. I undertook a case study of Montgomery County, Maryland's public housing programs, like the Housing Opportunities Commission, which offers housing in higher income neighborhoods to low income families. Although public housing initiatives are not intended to make education more equitable, scholar Heather Schwartz makes a convincing argument that housing policy is school policy. The idea that where a student lives determines the quality of their education is not new. We can relate it back to Ladson-Billings' education debt concept and debates over sources of school funding as outlined by Biddle and Berlinger. Integrating schools' socioeconomic and racial makeup is something policymakers have been contending with since the Civil War. Arguments for busing in the 1970s and 80s, such as the initiative in Detroit, represent a desire to equalize demographics within schools by moving students into other districts. Public housing provides a unique way to perhaps achieve the same goals. In Montgomery County, high school attendance rates are mostly well above 90%, with graduation rates almost entirely above the national average of 83%. When examining the impact of Montgomery County public housing on student education, we see compelling results. Average test scores of low-income students increase at a significantly faster rate, approaching the average of all Montgomery County students. We see scores skyrocket the longer a student is enrolled in a better school district. Average NCE math scores would be fairly stagnant and low had these families not moved into higher income neighborhoods. Looking forward, public housing presents an interesting opportunity to make neighborhoods more diverse and economically integrated, which can increase education equity within those counties. This system would not necessarily be applicable nationwide, and it remains important to keep brainstorming ways to make good education more accessible on a broader scale.